What's up, everybody? Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the cards I picked up, some that I'm selling, and I guess what my collection has been for the past couple months and how I'm trying to, turn it into a little bit more. So, the two sports that I invest in are basketball and now more soccer. So, we'll talk a little about the basketball ones first, and I'll go by the long holds, and then the short holds, and then some of the things I'm selling. So, uh, if you know Gary Vee, he talks a little bit about buying into like the stars that will maintain their value overall because, like, kind of like how Pokemon cards are characters. These people have already made their mark, and they can't get hurt or anything like that. So, like, their stats are pretty set in stone. So some of the people that I picked up are Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I picked up two of these, both raw. And then I also picked up this Oscar Robertson. All three of these are from the 1972 collection, or from the set, and they're pretty. I picked these up to grade, so like both the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars look really, really good, and same with this Oscar Robertson. Like, it's pretty insane how nice this is, and like even the back and centering's pretty good too. So I paid I paid an astronomical amount for this. I paid $70 shipped for this one, but I think I can get a grade to around PSA 9. So that's like $400. Uh, about $400 to sell, around $200-300 for a profit. So those are a little bit more of the longer holds. And then this is a little bit of a shorter hold. So I picked up these two Ben Simmons rookie cards. These are the Panini Hoops, and they're in gem mint condition. I picked up two of them for $150 shipped, and they're going to the playoffs. It's a little bit lower in the market right now, but he's been a really good player, and I think if he does well or his team does well in the playoffs coming up, they can really like skyrocket these cards to probably like 100 or 105 per. So I think I can make around $30-40. And if it continues to look up, or if it plays like really well, I might sell one of these and then hold the other one just in case. But the population count is pretty high on these. They're around 1,000 of PSA 10. So to sell for these, I'll do an auction, and I think it's better to get rid of them a little bit sooner than later, especially if it doesn't shape out. So it's a little bit of a risk factor that you have to play into there. And then I also bought an Oscar Robertson back in March for $27. It was a PSA 8, but it was off center. So I recently sold that actually just yesterday for $40 shipped. So I made around $11 on that. So it's not that much, but it's also off center. I don't think really people want to have those kind of cards in their personal collections, especially for those real big collectors. So you kind of take the hit and the profit there. But then one of the biggest cards I have in my collection, is this Tim Duncan 1997, right? Yeah, SP Authentic Gem Mint 10. So I picked this up back in, I think, mid-April. I paid $196 shipped for it, and it's up at auction right now. It's been 10 days. I put no reserve on it, so right now it's at $26, but I have 30 watchers on it, and I think it can go for around $350-400. I've already gone off a couple offers for $300, but I want to see if I can get a little bit more because I think it's worth more. So we'll see if things kind of shape up that way. And I'll leave a link to my eBay below so that you guys can check it out if you are interested in watching the auction or purchasing any other the cards I put up. And so that's all the basketball I have. I have some other like stuff that I'm just trying to get rid of that I kind of just bought stupidly, but like some Wilt Chamberlain fake cards, reprints, but like they don't hold any like actual value. I thought I was on the biggest come up of my life. I was like, all right, these are 99 cents. I can sell this as a PSA 1 for 600. Wow, I'm gonna, but that's not how it turned out to be. So But I think one of the biggest things that you can invest in right now would be soccer. Um, so soccer is an international sport, as you know. So there's a lot more eyes and attention on it, more than basketball. If you look into some of the biggest, like the bigger stars that are still playing right now, like Messi and Ronaldo, their popularity is a lot higher than LeBron is. Um, with just like their Instagram followers, people that know them, name recognition, all that kind of stuff. So it's it's a lot larger of a market. So you have a lot more opportunity to have more cash come in. And it's in the past 2 months, I would say, it's starting to really take off. And the past 3 weeks, it's been getting a lot more talk. So um, some of the base or like some of the sets that you can look out um, for one, it's important to educate yourself before you even drop any money in this, of course. But um, one of the videos I would recommend checking out is Sports Card Investors' discussion with Austin about investing in soccer. He did this back in October, and he talks about like different sets that you can invest in as well as players. So the Obsidian set, the Noir set, Noir as an Noir, Immaculate, that's also good. Some of the other ones that I've been looking at, well, also 2014 and 2018 World Cup, because they make them every 4 years, they're more scarce. And then some of the other ones I've been looking at is like this leaf cut, like autographed card. Those are numbered, and I'm not really sure how they would shape out to be because I don't see that many people talk about them as much, but I think they do have potential, kind of like, I don't know. I don't know any basketball comparison would be because I don't really like focus more on modern cards as much. Um, but I think they could be a good second or third choice set if you are looking to get a higher card for a lower budget. But look into those options. And as well as Eminence, 2018 Eminence, those cards are pretty fantastic looking. And they have autographs. One thing that they mention is that sticker autos are not like as valuable as the on card because people want to have, like collectors want to have the player like, hold the card. They want to know that that was a part of the process. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to invest in this kind of stuff. So some of the things that I picked up, the 2014 World Cup cards have been kind of getting a little bit out of my price range, especially for like what I think the risk factor is right now. So I think the hype will catch up to 2018 once the 2014 start to get like outbid into the 400 or 500s. So like a Neymar refractor from 2018 World Cup is what I picked up. The 2014 one of these raw goes for around 100, and the PSA 10 goes for around 300. So this I bought for $30, but I think in 3 to 4 months time could really go for 100 if I grade this even higher than that. Then I also picked up this Sergio Aguero refractor, bought this for $5 shipped. This is kind of just a risk. I don't know. I feel like he's a good player. I enjoy him. I think he's a good striker. But there's no history. That's the difficult thing about soccer, is that because it's starting to pick up really like slowly from before, like it's hyped now, but like there is not as much data as there would be in basketball. Because they have made cards for a really long time, but only Panini and Topps started really focusing more on soccer around like 2015, I believe, is when they started like producing, more general sets for everyone. And this is the first soccer card I picked up. I just thought it was really cool, a little bit undervalued just because Pogba is, a great player. But this is a National Pride Gem Mint 10, Paul Pogba from 2016. And I believe this parallel is out of 20. So I might be wrong, but I think it's limited in that sense. So I bought this for 56 shipped. Thought it was a pretty good deal. This is a bit of a longer hold, I think. But some of the other things to keep in mind is that the 2022 World Cup will be happening, and then the 2026 is in North America. So I'm interested in picking up the 2022 version of Christian Pulisic. I don't know if that's exactly how you say his name, but he's an American player. He plays in the English Premier League, and he's pretty good. Like, you should watch some of his highlights. Like, I was watching just yesterday a match because he plays for Chelsea, I believe, and he was doing some really good work in the box and getting those crosses in, and they were just a little bit off at some points, but a really good player. And I think the hype is starting to get known about more. Some of his selects from 2016 are going for around, you know, I would say like 30-ish bucks, but they're going to shoot up to like 50 very soon. So if you're looking to invest, I think right now is a good option, but it is getting really pricey for him. And I also bought Harry Kane 2018 World Cup base set. I bought 18 of his cards for $22 shipped. I think like Harry Kane got the golden boot in the 2018 World Cup. I think he's a pretty great striker. I think his cards will go up in value. They'll take a lot of time before they get to, you know, the other hype that these younger people are at. But I think he'll shape up to be a profitable individual. And something that I would just like, 20 bucks is not that much to spend to take a little bit of a risk there, you know. So I was just like, let's see how this goes. If I can turn this pennies into dollars, you know, that's how to think about it sometimes. One of the cards that I'm kind of not debating on, but I was a little disappointed in is that, like, if you hadn't heard, Magic Johnson is coming out with a documentary in 2021. So his cards have been slowly going up in value, and then they just start shooting up. So I think like April, his 19, like, it's him, Larry Bird, and then another individual. They did like one of those triple, like, smaller cut cards. Those were going for, I think like 700 or so. And then like 2 months later, like now, they're around like 1400, and it's just insane, like the amount of growth that's happened for those cards. So I'm looking at the second year cards, the 1981, 82, I believe. The tops, like, not West SA or something like that, but like there's two different versions of the same card, but one's definitely higher priced than the other, so that also comes with higher demand, you know. So I'm looking at the one that's a higher demand, and that too is expensive, but I feel like it's only going to get even more expensive. So that's some of the things that I'm trying to consider, and you know, hopefully this will sell for a lot. I can reinvest into a little bit more, and hopefully these two shape up to be you know, a quality purchase. They've already gone up by a couple of dollars, but not that much, you know. So that's what I'm investing in. Let me know what you are. Drop a comment below, and I hope this was helpful for all of you. Let me know if you guys want to see a little bit more soccer content. I can research a lot more topics for you, and whatever questions you may have. So hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.